What's going on, guys? Car Review Guys here. My name is AJ and today we are back with another vehicle. Today and this week we have the 2023 Chevrolet Equinox RS all-wheel drive variant. And you guys know how these reviews go. If you don't, it's exterior, interior, and then we take it on a drive. So without further ado, let's roll. Starting off with the exterior, obviously you'll notice the RS is way more aggressive and sporty looking. You got the nice mesh grille up there, which is super nice. You have all LED headlamps, and you have standard 19-inch wheels, as you can see right there, in this like metallic black, almost like a gunmetal gray type of color. Very, very sharp, and it actually helps hide brake dust as well, so that's super nice. You can hear the vehicle is running right now. It has a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder motor, pushing it from 0 to 60 in roughly 8 seconds. You will also notice with the RS package, you do have black emblems, as you can see right there. Also very, very sharp. And then this one does have an optional package, and you'll notice the little camera right there for the 360 camera on the interior. So that is also really, really nice. You have nice LED runners that are right up along there, and then LED headlamps, which are super bright at night. Continuing on around, you'll notice the Equinox badging is also blacked out right there. I love, huge fan of that, so this RS package is definitely for me if I were to get this vehicle. Moving on around, you will see that there's a camera underneath right there as well, which also helps support the 360 camera. You have keyless entry. You just press this button once to lock the vehicle, or press it twice whenever you come up to it to unlock all of the doors. And if you just want this one, you just press it once. You can change the settings inside. That is the standard setting. And then you can see the roof rails up on top and the panoramic roof. You guys probably also noticed that in the cinematic as well, but just wanted to go ahead and point that out. Right here is for your fuel door, obviously. It is on the driver's side on this vehicle. I'm a fan of that. I hate passenger side fill-ups, but I know it seems silly, but it's true. While we're on this subject, it has a 14.9 gallon tank, and your gas mileage is going to be around 24 city and 30 highway with a combined average of 26. Again, this is the all-wheel drive variant, so you can obviously change that if you get the front wheel drive, or I'll show you on the interior, you can actually disengage the all-wheel drive, which is a really cool feature on this vehicle. Moving on around to the rear, you will notice nice LED tail lamps, which is also really sharp, black badging everywhere, and if you want to open the rear hatch, you just press a button, and it is a power lift gate. Inside the rear, you do have a decent amount of space in here, for sure, and if you would like to drop these seats, all you do is just simply pull this and boom, down it goes. And you can do the same thing for the other side. To simply put the rear hatch back down, you just press it and down she goes. And that's pretty much gonna wrap up the exterior of this all new 2023 Equinox RS all-wheel drive. Now, let's go into the interior, check that out, and then we'll get this on the road. Stepping into the interior, the true test as to how easy or not easy it is to get in. I try to hold this level for those of you that are new to the channel. Feel that it's pretty important and many reviewers don't go over. So, I am stepping into the vehicle, as you can see down there. This is level, me not really bending hardly at all. Okay, so that's like no bend, and you can see my head barely hits. So in order to go in, you just bend just a little bit, not a lot. It's still comfortable. It's not like it's excessive. And for those of you that don't know, I am 5'9", so that puts it into perspective. Now that we're in the back, let's see what kind of space we got here. So first off, we need a little bit more lighting for you guys. So you've got a nice little handy dandy button here. Check this out, check this out. Panoramic roof, baby. That is optional on this vehicle, so it is not standard with this vehicle, but I believe it's like $14.95 is the price. But, I mean, I'm just saying, I think it's pretty worth it, because that is sweet. Now, that we've got the light situation taken care of back here, even with having a panoramic roof, because that does take up some headroom, I mean, that's inevitable, right? There's still a good amount of space. I would say at least 3 inches above my head, and that's me sitting straight up. Like, I can't sit more upright. Generally, I mean, honestly, when I'm in a vehicle, I'm more like here. It's a good bit of room, I ain't gonna lie to you. And then even slouching, see my knees down here. And then if I sit up, there's even more. I can't even touch the seat, barely, I guess, maybe. Plenty of space. As far as the width goes, it would get a little bit tight with 3 people back here, I won't lie, but not too bad, but it would be a little tight. It's not like there's a ton of shoulder space. So you do have 2 cup holders right there. You can fold that up if you don't want it. And then obviously this seat right here, we had just folded down for the rear. It's as easy as that to put up. There's not too much else back here. You do have 2 little ports right there, and then you do have some air vents, which is also nice because, you know, us people in the back matter as well. All right, and then over here you do have a little cubby, and then this is all soft touch, which is nice. I like having soft touch because your elbow rests there, and I think that is important. So they hit it where it matters. Up here, rock hard plastic. But again, that doesn't matter as much. What really matters is where your elbow touches, and they did it. And you've got this nice stitching right there to really just keep showing that sporty feel. So absolutely love what they've done, including with the seats and the stitching on the seats. Let's move up to the front. Stepping into the front seat, let's see how easy this is to get in or out. Oh yeah, I didn't have to duck like at all to get in. That's nice. Always good to have really convenient accessibility. I mean, it just is. And I would expect it out of this vehicle, and it definitely passes that test. As already mentioned, this is the RS all-wheel drive. So that is the trim level. Now the options on this vehicle is an RS leather package for $1,580, a power sunroof for $1,495, a safety and infotainment package for $1,200, and of course the radiant red tint coat exterior paint of $495. And your front license plate bracket, 40 bucks. I mean, obviously that's whatever. But the total grand price, including destination charge, $38,205. I think that's good. This vehicle, honestly, like, when I got in it, I did not know the price. I did not look at the sticker. Just looking at it, feeling it, touching it. I didn't even drive it yet. I honestly thought this would have been priced at $41,000. So it came in under what I expected it to, so yeah, good job. So now what you're gonna ask is, what does the safety and infotainment package, to name some of the things? It has a heated steering wheel. It has heated seats, as you will see right there and over there. And then the heated steering wheel button is located right there on the steering wheel. This package also includes this nice 8-inch touchscreen. What I will say is it's a little bit odd is it's actually kind of angled. I don't know if you can tell. It's angled like that way, basically. And it's not bad. It just takes some getting used to. And you can see right where I'm sitting, you can almost see glare towards the top. So that's a little strange. It's the first vehicle ever that I've been in that literally faces basically like at an angle like that, opposed to being up and down. So that's odd, but here's where I'll give them a ton of credit. This thing is so responsive. It's so simple. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel. You just press it, well, depending on what you want to press, and it's responsive. It's so fast, it's clean, it's easy to use, it's got vibrant colors. Everything about it is good. The only thing I would say is they can go a little bit bigger than 8-inch and fix that angle just a little bit. Just angle it up. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, really nice. That's also part of that package. And one question I get asked all the time, and I always forget to put in videos, this does have wireless Android and Apple CarPlay. It's wireless, so that's super nice as well. Some of the last few options to name on this is gonna have to be the HD surround vision, which is also like your 360 camera, so that's part of that package as well. adaptive cruise control, and outside heated mirrors. So those are some of the like notable things. There's a few other small things like USB ports, stuff like that. I guess if that's important to you, then yes, definitely get it. But those are some of the main things to name with that package. Now the other package on this vehicle is the RS leather package. Along with that comes a 9-speaker Bose sound system, and it sounds pretty good. I always love Bose. Let's go over some of the button and switches. Right here on the driver door, you'll see you can adjust how high you want that rear hatch to open, which is nice. You have the Bose speakers, as you can see, and I've already talked about on the interior of this, a 9-speaker system. And then moving up, you have all of your window switches and mirror functions, lock and unlock, and obviously a door handle. This cubby does not fall through. It is an actual cubby to put stuff. And down there is just good enough for a nice size water bottle, 33 ounces or smaller. In the middle, your instrument cluster, you do have a little screen in the middle there. The rest is analog. Hopefully on the next year model, I'm hoping they'll maybe update this. That would be really nice. I personally think it should be full LED screens, but nonetheless, it's not complicated, which is nice. I don't like complicated. And this definitely works, and it's still nice to have the screen in the middle so you can at least go through some menu option changes. Working our way to the steering wheel, on the left side, as already noted, there's a heated steering wheel button. You have all cruise control functions and your lane keep button there. Over on the right side, you're able to change all of your menu selection items up there. Now, you're probably asking, where is the volume and the next track located? It is on the back of the steering wheel, so it is literally right here where your fingers rest. Hopefully you can see that on the back. And same thing on the other side. So left side is your track, right side is for going up and down on volume. Over in the middle, towards the very back, you will be able to see back in there just slightly. You have some USB ports, aux, USB-C, and a card reader, along with your standard car plug-in. Moving our way back just a little bit here, you have an electronic parking brake, your handle for what you're going into. Now, a good time right now, I guess, better than any, it is a 6-speed automatic transmission. And then right in front of the gear shift, you will probably notice all-wheel drive. You can actually select that, or in this case, unselect it, and it will disengage the all-wheel drive so you can save some money on gas. So that is actually really cool. Just right of the all-wheel drive button, right there is located your parking sensor, so you can turn that off if you don't want to hear it beeping, because you may be in total control and don't need to hear it. So that is your button for that. Moving our way up, you can see you've got all climate control functions. It is a dual zone climate control. That's also nice. Up here, this is your auto stop start. Moving our way back to the center console, you have some nice stitching on here. It's soft touch, which is really nice as well. Opening it up, you've got a little tray that can come out, and then it is really deep down in there. Like, I know it's hard to see, it's kind of dark, but it is definitely deep. And then you do have a little light. This little thing literally turns it off, so it does help. It's just not really showing on camera too well, but it does point exactly to these ports right there if you need to see to use those. So that's also very helpful. And looking at this leather package, as we've already kind of talked about the stitching, but right here you have a nice RS badge, as you can see right there, with the red leather stitching, and it looks super clean. I really like it. And then like down here you've got some piping to counteract the black, along with the stitching to also help as well. So it does look really nice in here. It feels honestly premium. Like, this is all soft touch. No one's ever gonna touch up here, so I don't really know why it would be, but it is hard, and soft touch. So yeah, I mean, it's really nice on the interior. I love the way it looks overall. You have the nice black badging carried even on the interior, and yeah, overall super nice. I think we've talked about almost everything, if not everything, on the interior without going through every menu option known to mankind. So let's get this vehicle out on the road and see how it performs. We're ready to get this vehicle out on the road, and before we do, I'm gonna go through every stat and figure. So if you're wanting stat and figure because you don't want to Google it, let's go through every stat and figure right now, okay? MPG, again, 30 highway, 24 city. It's pushing about 175 horsepower. The fuel capacity is 14.9 gallon tank. It has a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. And the vehicle is all-wheel drive, and with that, the curb weight is coming in around 3,478 pounds. Your warranty, 3-year, 36,000 miles, and 5-year, 60,000 miles. And I think that's almost every stat and figure you would realistically want. So let's get this thing on the road. Now that we're out on the road, I will say my first impression. My first impression of this vehicle is it's way more refined than it used to be. Several years ago, I had the opportunity to drive an Equinox, like when they I don't want to say first came out, but it was real near it. And they had some kinks to work out, and now it's not like that in the slightest. This thing, they have refined. It is so much better. I mean, oh my goodness. This would definitely be near the top of your medium to large size SUV, depending on what you're comparing it to size-wise, but medium to large. The road noise, you can hear a little bit. It's not bad. It's real faint. Honestly, I can hear more tire noise than anything. So I don't know if maybe if you changed out the tires, would you get a little bit less noise? I'm not 100% positive. I'm not an engineer, and I haven't been briefed on what tires, and I have not seen like a video on whether these tires are known to be noisy. So with that said, that is the main noise that I hear. Cars going by, I can't even hear them at all. So it's got really good soundproofing in this vehicle, which is always a positive. It makes it, way more comfortable of a drive. Visibility is also really good. I have no complaints about visibility in this vehicle. Nice big windows. The pillar is really skinny, so no complaints there. Acceleration wise, it's got enough to have some pep. Now guys, I'm a C7 Z06 owner. For those of you that watch all of my videos, I know you get sick of me saying that, but all of you guys that are new, I'm telling you, I know what fast is, okay? And this thing is by no means fast, but for what this is, a medium to large size SUV with a 4-cylinder, listen, this thing is absolutely adequate for what it is. I've heard other reviews to where they say this thing is really trying hard, or it's pushing itself hard. I don't think I agree with that. Now, I will say that with the 6-speed transmission on the freeway, the RPMs are probably a little bit higher compared to some other vehicles, but it doesn't feel like it's working hard, in my opinion. But, go test drive one and you can form your own. I'm just telling you, I disagree with some of those reviews for sure. This thing has enough power for what it is. 0 to 60 is around 8 seconds. And again, it's an SUV, and that's pretty good. The other thing to note on the acceleration is if you're having to take a left turn, it's all-wheel drive. So you literally just hit it, get it, and it's gonna go. So, Moving on to the suspension and handling. Well, right now is a good test. We have a left-hand turn. Let's see how it does. I mean, you can probably even see by my body, there's hardly any body roll, and that still blows my mind. How is there not too much body roll in an SUV? I don't know, maybe I need to go to engineering school so I understand it, because that blows my mind. I would definitely expect more body roll than what this thing has. It stays pretty level, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good. That's impressive. I don't mind that at all. And let's see responsiveness, left, right. There's a little bit of lag in the steering, as far as once you turn, milliseconds. It is minor. So those that don't drive a lot of cars, you're not gonna notice it. For me, I notice it. Again, I drive sports cars, I drive SUV, I drive everything. So I notice just a hair of delay in the steering, but nothing crazy. Also with suspension, and along with suspension is comfort, these seats are actually really comfortable. They are slightly on the firm side, but I like my seat slightly more on the firm side. I don't like it like crazy cushiony. You know what? I like my porridge perfect, all right? That's what it is. I like it perfect. And I mean, this seat's not far off. It is like real close to perfect. So I'm thrilled with it. I like that. Along with the suspension / comfort of all of that, you've got to give it to them for the suspension. Again, the body roll on turning, hardly any. But as far as like handling bumps and that nature and, you know, normal road rubble, as I call it, I guess, it's pretty smooth. It handles them really well. It's not a Rolls Royce, obviously, and it reflects on the price tag. And with that being said, for the price tag being under $40,000, actually under $39,000, this thing is incredible. Like, I am thoroughly impressed with how this thing drives, especially compared to years ago driving one of the first Equinoxes. This thing is way better. Man, have they come a long way. And last but not least to touch about is the lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control. Lane keep is exactly what it says. It's going to do its best to keep you from leaving the lane. So if I start going towards the center, it will actually physically, without me touching it, move the wheel back to the center of the lane. I like that. Hopefully one day I wish to see lane centering on this. That would be nice on the RS package. We'll see. We'll see if that's something that comes on a later year model. Adaptive cruise control, you guys know, huge fan. Absolutely love adaptive cruise control. Makes it super nice on a road trip when you're on the freeway, for sure. So I like it. Alrighty, before we close out this video, we have a left-hand turn and floor it. I mean, it's a different type of acceleration because it's an SUV, so it kind of gets me every single time. Like, the fact that it can just go and propel itself like that, again, retouching on it, the acceleration on this is absolutely fine for what it is. I have no complaints, so really, really happy with it. Overall, in summary, this vehicle to me is priced correctly and actually a little bit below what I would have expected, even now after driving it. Now that I've driven it, I probably would give it even at least another $1,000. I would say I would have guessed about 42 versus just seeing it at 41. So overall, I think it's good, especially if you're looking for an American-made SUV. This would definitely be towards the top. Again, check out everything. You guys go drive, you guys form your opinions. I'm here to try to help you along that process. If there's something I'm missing in these reviews, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. We have 2 more videos coming on this vehicle, and the first one will be 5 things to improve. Again, every single vehicle that I do gets 5 things to improve, okay? Every vehicle, I don't care what it is. And 5 things I absolutely love. So there's 2 more videos coming with this vehicle. But just like that, guys, please like, please subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.